When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
Okay, so Audrey, she's fun. She's got an awkward experience she wanted to share. Hey, Ben and Kelly, OMG. You guys, I had to write to you because I know you love stories like this.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a year or so ago when someone wrote in about her first day at work and she heard someone loudly going to the bathroom in the stall next to her. And when she left her stall, she accidentally glanced into the gap between the door and the wall of the next stall and made eye contact with her boss, who was the noisy culprit, and how she felt so stupid around her after that.
I remember that.
Well, mine is just about like that, but worse. My boss and I were driving to lunch with a client, and I'm in the passenger seat of her car. She's chatting away, and I looked over at her screen in her car that apparently was connected to her phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it'll show text messages and songs that are playing and stuff like that, right? Well, apparently her screen was showing the video or website she had been watching. Couldn't help but see it. Then had to pretend I didn't see it. So I spent the rest of the ride looking out the passenger window.
Well, what was it?
On the screen in her car, it said the name of the video she'd been watching. Explosive blank for dirty blank. Some sort of adult feature presentation.
Oh, my gosh.
So I keep looking out the window, knowing I can't say anything like, hey, cute movie, or you might want to close that. Eventually, we got to the restaurant. I looked over, and apparently she had noticed it because then it just had the GPS screen up, so she had to have seen it and probably was as mortified as I was.
Oh, my gosh.
Lunch was fine, but on the drive back, she couldn't stop nervously chatting about anything.
Oh.
And she hid in her office the rest of the day.
Oh, my God.
So to the woman who glanced at her boss pooping, I feel your pain.
Oh, my gosh.
Ashley, P.S. In case you're wondering, she won't hear this because we live in Topeka, Kansas now, and the chances of her hearing this are pretty much none.
Okay. Well, thank you for still
hanging with us
with
in
the
Topeka.
show. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, wow.
Anybody have an awkward work experience that can beat that?
I mean, that's
I have.
Justin said that's a crappy situation.
I do remember. I guess it would have been years ago when I worked. I didn't work on the morning show. I worked in the evenings, and things after the office closed were a little bit different.
Uh-huh.
And
a little bit of a Wild West.
Yeah. And I remember coming in and hearing one of the other studios that we had in the radio station, the doors were open, and there were noises coming out of the studio. Loudly noises.
Oh.
And I remember walking over and just kind of glancing in because, it was like we all kind of had a pact, like hey, whatever happens, man, just stays here.
Oh.
It was kind
of like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens in the
sort of thing.
In the studio stays in the studio.
It was like, hey, I don't care what you do. I mean, whatever that type.
Let's get the show done. Have the ratings.
But there were noises coming out of a studio. And then when I worked at another radio station, gosh, radio is awful for this stuff. I worked at another radio station in Indiana. All right. I came in, so I worked the evening shift at that station too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I got off at midnight. I went and I did an appearance at a bar, at a club, right?
Oh, wow.
And then I had to come back to the radio station to get something, or I forgot something or whatever. Anyways, it was like, I don't know, 2:30 at night, and I'm coming back to the radio station, and one of the studios was occupied, but not by someone on the air. It was someone and a girlfriend that he picked up.
What?
And so again,
wait, did they work there?
The guy did.
Okay.
Female did not.
Okay.
She was getting a special tour of the radio station.
After hours tour.
She was getting a special.
That's fun.
And so I remember walking in, kind of startled him. I just waved and I turned around and I walked out. And it was.
Didn't get in trouble, right?
He worked for a different radio station in our building.
Oh,
and yeah, I didn't. He and I just kind of. I just
Had
knew,
this
and he
understanding.
knew that I knew.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, all right,
You just
well,
don't speak of it.
okay.
So the next day you'd be like, "Hey, how'd the tour go last night? How did the station tour go?
Did you give her a T-shirt?
Did she get some prizes?
Did she get some prizes?
Did you take her to the prize closet?
So, hey, would love to hear some of your stories. We're already getting them being texted in, so we got to get to some of these. Holy crap.
Wow.
Dennis and Wendy, I see yours, and there's someone. Okay, so we'll get to some more of your stories. Awkward work experiences on the way. So Audrey had messaged us, and she was all like, hey, I have an awkward work experience.
And you guys would appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly. It involved her boss, naughty website, and an awkward, I don't know, what was it? Like a Bluetooth
she knows
display?
I know, I saw it.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So wanted to know if you could beat that experience. Dan message said, making fun of my new coworker's air guitar poster, only for him to inform me that he was actually a reigning local champ going to compete in the guitar world championships.
What?
That's kind of funny.
There's an air guitar world championships?
Got another message. I cheated with a coworker, then brought my girlfriend to a company outing at a baseball game. Oh, that's awkward.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Along the same lines, Beth said, teaching the daughter of the woman my dad had an affair with. Yikes.
Oh, that is awful.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's awful.
Renee, training a new hire on the database system. I walk into her cube, and it's the girl who threw up on our table at the bar that weekend. Welcome to the company. Welcome to the company.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Katie rolls in. OMG, same thing happened to a coworker of mine. Got into the car with an owner of our company, and an adult title was on the Bluetooth car screen. Holy cow!
What are they watching? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What? Oh, Ashley says at my work we call a specific bathroom the poop cave. There's only one reason to go to that bathroom, and everybody knew.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's awkward.
Wendy said, one time I was really hungry, but it was my first time working at my job, so I didn't want to ask for a break. So I bought a bag of Doritos, stuffed it in my pocket, and in between cars, I would eat a chip from my pocket. I worked at a car wash, wiping down the cars and cleaning out their interiors. I guess my manager was watching because he walked over and was like, hey, if you're that hungry, just take a break. I think he probably still thinks of me as the chick that eats Doritos out of her pocket. Kind of awkward work experiences we're sharing. Dennis is, holy cow, sat down on the bowl to drop a deuce.
Oh, my gosh. Oh my
the
gosh.
business end of Dennis Jr. wasn't tucked into the toilet. The business end. But unfortunately, I didn't realize it until I was going and realized I was wetting my pants, which were around my ankles. I had to wash my pants in the restroom sink and try drying them with the hand dryer. I was in an important meeting later that afternoon with a drying wet spot all around my crotch. Golly.
Wow, that was much sharing,
Yeah, it was.
Dennis.
Thank
That
you,
was
Dennis.
much
Appreciate it.
sharing.
Speaking of much sharing, hey, Dave, where do you work?
I work in EMS,
Okay.
and it wasn't really a coworker, but it was people that we worked with a lot.
Okay.
So we pull up to a volunteer firehouse,
Volunteer.
and we were just, trying to go in somewhere, use a restroom or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And to use your terminology, somebody was getting a tour.
Getting a tour.
Of
Somebody was getting a tour of the
firehouse.
firehouse.
But they had more than one tour guide.
Oh, wow. Well, they just wanted to make sure that person was getting the best experience.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Did you do the same thing I did and just kind of like All right. Have a good one. I'll
Walk
see you later.
away.
They were a little too involved, so I don't even think they realized we were there.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
That
it
is
gets
an
better.
involved tour.
It is a very thorough. Very thorough. All right.
What's even better about this is literally right after we walked out the door, got in our ambulance to leave, we heard the tones for that fire department go off.
They got a call?
So
Tour's
there's about to be
over.
a lot of people at that firehouse.
Oh, my God.
Right. All right, Dave. Hey, thank you so much for the call, man.
No worries.
All right.
The firehouse is a rocking.
Yeah,
don't come a knocking.
All right, love that.